Time to watch some limited late model action here on Flow. Pace truck down and in. It's going to be Darren Krantz, Ross Boo Boo Dalton, green flags in the air. We're racing for 50 laps around Florence Motor Speedway.
50 laps here for the limiteds. It's going to be Krantz and Boo Boo Dalton. They're going to be side by side, neither one willing to give an inch. As they come out of turn 4, Krantz Jr. have a slight advantage, but Boo Boo's still knocking on the door.
Yeah, Ross Boo Boo Dalton has put himself in great opportunities to win over the South Carolina 250 and 400 race weekends. He's advanced his way from winning the 250 to going into the 400, but just hasn't necessarily found that elusive win in that one. Very accomplished race car driver. One of my personal favorites. Great guy to talk to. But Krantz Jr. is one of the local fan favorites as well, as he holds the race lead. Lap 3 touches the board. Good to see a decent field of the limited series. We normally get a much bigger field when it comes to later in the season. A lot of split races going on up and down the East Coast, but
well, I mean, the most important thing to look at is not necessarily quantity, it's quality.
The quality
of what we have here. And we have good quality. I mean, Boo Boo, I mean, Krantz Jr., I mean, Lucas, I mean.
The 34 at Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, the good names in limited late model racing is right here racing one another. It'll be 40 when we cross the line this time by. For Krantz, I mean, you set the fast time. He did it by a couple thousand or a couple hundredths of a second. Nothing too flashy on the speed chart. But when you go down and talk to him, pre-race, you go talk to him before qualifying happened in practice. He said, I've got a good race car. But he had a good qualifying single car speed as well. And now look at him. I mean, he has stretched away almost half of a straightaway away from a driver that we both could agree, if we had to name a number, thousands of laps have been placed between Ross and the 34, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both of them around here, like I say, I'm sure they could run this track at dark with no lights on just by the feel of the line. But you say Krantz Jr., I mean, he's running away, but, well, Krantz still just holding his line. Krantz Jr. on his line.
They're pulling. I mean, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely gone.
So we'll see his Krantz. I mean, he's holding a steady gap. He's not really advancing. He's not really falling back. He's just kind of controlling the pace at this point in the race. With 31 laps to go, it'll be 30 to go when he hits the stripe. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Krantz Jr. is in a Chad Bryant racing prepared car. Chad Bryant, I mean, he brings top quality stuff to the tracks wherever he goes, whether it's the Z-Max Cars Tour or weekly late model short track racing or limited racing in this case.
Pace trucks down and in. We'll never forget the last 29 laps of this limited late model race, as we'll see, can Krantz Jr. hold off Ross Boo Boo Dalton? Green flag barreling into turn 1. Ross got the run. I think you mentioned it. You were a better expert than me. Ross was potentially saving the tires. They'll barrel it down into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, this is going to be Ross's best opportunity right here. Everybody bunched together. I mean, he's going to have to make Krantz Jr. earn this one. This is going to be Boo Boo's shot. Boo Boo Dalton knowing he's got to make the move right now before Krantz Jr. pulls away like he did previously. But Krantz Jr. will have the advantage. He'll dive to the inside, ride that inside rail, but Boo Boo will get to the bumper. Dalton moves him.
Son, you couldn't have put a piece of paper between Ross and the wall, because Krantz was pinching him all the way down. We saw it in the modifieds for the Carolina Crate modifieds a couple weeks ago, that Baldwin was being pinched down quite a bit by Slate Meyer. Well, Baldwin didn't budge. Boo Boo didn't budge either, and he gave his displeasure when they went back into turns 1 and 2. But could that have been the trouble point, that since he couldn't get around him, is that going to end it for him as they're coming to the halfway mark right now?
I mean, without another caution, that could have been it. That could have been the last dance, the last throw he had to make at Krantz Jr., because looks like Krantz Jr. is just going to pace the field like he did earlier. He seems to be controlling it pretty well, the pace. Looking at Krantz Jr., is he playing with Boo Boo? Like 12 laps to go, be 11 when they hit the stripe. They sail down the back straightaway. Krantz holding that inside line and riding that inside rail. Boo Boo will follow track as they come out of turn 4.
Great camera shot right there of Ross actually in the middle of turns 3 and 4 and Krantz Jr. Like you saw them simultaneously come through the shot, and you can see how much grip they've lost. They'll come to 10 laps to go this time by when we see the 77 of Darren Krantz Jr., who has led from the start, has not looked back, had a little bit of a laggy restart there, let Ross stay with him, but has not let them get around him. Can we see the 77 win this? I believe they're going to catch Wilbur Orton here momentarily. I mean, they're straight away.
I mean, Krantz is looking to run the table on this one. Lead every lap, come home with the checker flag.
Count down the laps. It'll be 7 when they cross the line this time by.
And Krantz Jr. and Dalton have distanced themselves from Averitt Lucas in 3rd place at this point. So this will be a 1-2 car race as they've sailed off in their own zip code.
There's race 5 to go this time by. Darren Krantz Jr. is looking to go wire to wire to lead every single lap in the 50 that we've run here for the limited late models. But Ross Boo Boo Dalton once again trying to make a late rally charge up through this field and maybe make this a 2-horse race and not just make it a butt whooping like we saw with Connor Hall earlier on.
Yeah, I believe Darren Krantz Jr. is delivering his own form of spanking in this limited late model race. Boo Boo running out of time. He's going to have to make a move quick. I believe we're coming to 3 to go at the strike.
That's right, 3 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line this time by. We expected to see these two up front. That's what we thought we would see. The 77 and the 50 would be the two that got it done. We did not expect the 77 of Darren Krantz Jr. to do what he's done thus far in race trim. 2 laps to go this time by Florence.
Boo Boo Dalton is running out of time. Looks like he's going to have to settle for 2nd place. Boo Boo's going to let another one get away from here at Florence. The driver's been so dominant over the years. I mean, Boo Boo knows this place, but white flag's going to be in the air this time for Darren Krantz Jr.
White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Darren Krantz Jr. in that 77. Started on the pole with a fast time of 18.089. He'll come down the back straightaway. He not only set the pole, but he has been the fastest man. Darren Krantz Jr. gets it done for the limited late models at Florence Motor Speedway.
Darren Krantz Jr. runs the table in this one. Pole setter, every lap led, brings home the win.
Darren Krantz Jr. in the 77, wire to wire to get it done here at Florence Motor Speedway. I mean, this wasn't, as they said, you should have broke his sweat. I don't think he did. He'll pull the helmet off, and I'm almost positive he looks as cool as a nice ice-cold refreshment from the refreshment stand. We'll plug that along in Victory Lane. Is they were giving hats away a little earlier on, so if you were a fan in the stands that won one, it's a good time to have your hat on, my man. He'll get the helmet off, get a hat on his head. You set the pole, and then you decided, you know what, I'm going to lead every single lap, and I'm just going to toy with them for a second. I'll turn you around. The fans want to see you. They want to see you over here. They don't want to see you behind the car. They saw that lead every single lap here this afternoon. How fast was this thing?
Oh, it's really good. Of course, I want to thank my mom and dad for always helping me get here. Of course, I would like to thank Chad Bryant Racing and Chad himself for always setting up great cars every week. It's an honor to be with him. And I want to really thank the team and come back next time and go get some more wins.
Well, I don't think you're going to have an issue getting a win in this one. Did you have a weakness at all in this car tonight?
No, we're pretty fast, actually. We had a little bit of struggling yesterday in practice, but after that, the team got the car turned around, and we're going pretty fast now.
Going fast was an understatement. 77 of Darren Krantz Jr. gets it done at Florence Motor Speedway, and